You find me there outside Bingley Hall at the Staffordshire County Showground in Stafford. I'm here for the biggest O gauge exhibition, and that's O Guild Guildex. So I'm going to go in now because there is some awesome layouts on display. I would love to see them and to show you as well. We're now inside, and this is the view of the venue inside Bingley Hall. This is also the same venue that the Stafford Model Railway exhibition is held, which is at the end of September, and that is also a 2-day event. But let's get started with the O gauge layouts. Harborne St Mary. The layout was originally built for a private enthusiast, but after the original owner developed Alzheimer's, it eventually found its way to the current owners, Market Harbour Model Railway Group. The name came from Harborough and Medbourne, but this GWR terminus branch line layout is based around Devon or Dorset.
Absolutely.
It's actually very well done. One of them actually tested their products.
Because it's stiff, isn't it? Very stiff, yeah.
Hassell Harbor Bridge. This O-gauge Finescale layout by the Alsager Railway Association runs trains from different eras from steam to diesel, but the aim is to save space on the O-gauge running on a 4'6" radius curves. But the main feature of the layout is the bridge and the viaducts, which were inspired on Monk Wearmouth Bridge, which goes over the River Wear in Sunderland. This bridge was built in 2005 on a different layout, but that layout is now scrapped and the bridge was saved to be incorporated into this layout. St George's Wharf. This busy quayside scene set in the 1930s to 1940s is a transfer of facilities between ships and railways with industrial buildings on the wharf. This layout belongs to Alan Gray. There's not much information about this layout in the booklet, so getting this information online, as this is the Hornby Railways Collectors Association, or HRCA for short. This is their O-gauge clockwork and electric layout, which they're just running trains from people's childhood days. They call this the real railways.
Metropolitan goes very well.
Woodhill Goods. Adrian Walby's layout is a fictional terminus of imaginary freight-only light railway, as it was built to serve many farms owned by Lord of the Manor, and is connected to the East Coast Main Line at Thirsk Station, with a mixture of diesel and steam locomotives. Selby. Before the Selby diversion opened in 1983, Selby was part of the East Coast Main Line, seeing trains passing through here between London King's Cross and Edinburgh Waverley, and is set during the London North Eastern Railway era. But the best thing about this layout is the impressive Selby Swing Bridge, which the model dates from the 1920s to 1930s. But the best thing about this bridge? It does swing, as it was impressive to see as well. Selby station still exists, but doesn't see much traffic as it used to, and the swing bridge still survives as well. Dalnottor Riverside. This layout belongs to the Scottish Diesel Electric Group. The layout is set in the north side of the River Clyde, near Kilpatrick, between Dalmuir and Bowling. There was two railways between Glasgow and Dumbarton, the North British Railway and the Caledonian Railway, The Caledonian Railway added Riverside to their stations, but the Caledonian line has long since closed. This is set in 1979, representing if the line was still open. Prospect Road TMD. This 32mm fine scale layout by Moule and Byrne, who helped build the layout, is set as a representation of a modern image diesel depot in the heart of the industrial area of the UK, with diesel locomotives coming off the main line. It has a photographic back seat, but the mirrors at each end makes you think that this layout is longer than it is. Also, I have seen this layout on YouTube before, as Donegal Dad Rail did an excellent video showing this layout. I do recommend checking that video out.
That video now, hopefully, we'll see, that's distraction as well. Just to kind of spend an hour or two or whatever. It's interesting this one for video for weather. Do a little bit, leave it on for days, let it pay the afternoon. To get the effect as well. But it's nice to get that bit of it out. I'll get the 08 there, Gerry. Taking that 69 out behind you.
Manchester Hardwick Bridge, a fictional terminus layout set in the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway territory in Manchester city centre. Layout is set in the mid-1990s, which saw DMU and local haul club trains. The layout also has a lower goods yard, which sees a variety of freight trains. This layout belongs to Chris Warner. Whaplode. This layout was built by Thomas Hoy to prove that you don't need a lot of space for O gauge layout. This model railway is also an accurate model of Whaplode station, but is very loosely based on it. But the best thing about this layout is the working crane, which is quite enjoyable to see in action.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to stop your camera?
Yeah, I'll hand over to you. I love this truck with all the detail.
Well, it's barren.
Yeah. It's really heavy as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, buddy. Too cute.
Oh, it is so good.
The Basin. This is a 7mm narrow gauge layout built by Stan and Alison Summers and is set in East Anglia in the 1920s in an industrial area scene where a canal basin interchanged with a narrow gauge railway. Haymarket, a micro layout based on Al Tate's take on the east end of Haymarket Depot in Edinburgh in the early 90s. The layout is built on tin horns baseboard with some pico track. This is more for a backdrop to take photos than a working layout, but honestly, it does make some lovely photos as this lineup of locomotives is brilliant to see. Liverpool and West Lancs O gauge group test track. This test track allows visitors to bring their locomotives and rolling stock to test and run their locomotives. There are 4 loops, which one can be switched from 2 rail to 3 rail. Collingwood. This is a work in progress layout by the St Leon's Model Railway Club and is based away in Leicestershire and loosely based on Shackleton Station and will be based around the early 1960s, but the name Collingwood is also a tribute to the original layout leader, Colin McCullum, who sadly passed away in 2023.
Everyone in the hall's information, there will be a government test of the mobile phone alert.
East Midlands Test Track. This layout is a regular feature to the Gauge O Guild shows, as this test track caters for most track and wheel standards, with the exception of scale 7, and picks up 2 rail or 3 rail, and has live steam as well. This layout belongs to the East Midlands O Gauge group, presented by Nelson Knight. Arun Quay. We saved the best till last as this layout won the best in show. This 32mm gauge layout by Gordon and Maggie Gravett is set on a small quayside yard on the River Arun, close to Littlehampton in West Sussex. The layout is set in the 1950s, and this line is fed by a line on track bed of an old tramway that has many workshops and facilities. To be honest, I'm not an O-Gauge modeller, but seeing these O-Gauge expedition layouts in person, they are really impressive to see. Want to say a huge thank you to Gauge O Guild for putting on an epic event, the exhibitors for their stunning layouts, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and please do hit the subscribe button to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video.